Hey guys, Kev here. I'm outside going for a walk, touching some grass, enjoying the fresh Florida swampy air. Here, check this out. I'm at a river here. It's pretty quiet today. Sometimes I see dolphins and manatees here, but no action right now. It's pretty nice out. Got some overcast. Nice breeze. Feels pretty good. Anyway, let's go play some games. And here we are. I have decided to resub back to WoW today. I guess you never truly quit WoW. I've been itching to make some videos again, and I figure WoW's always a safe place for me to start. So yeah, let's get into it. I resubbed to WoW today, and I went in pretty blind. I played almost all of Season 1 of The War Within, but I didn't play Season 2 at all, and I haven't kept up with the patch notes or the meta or what's going on, so this is completely blind. I started out just checking out BROFIST here, just going over my gear, checking out the PvP vendors, looking at all the new items. Then I took a few minutes to dive into the WoW Armory, checking out the higher rated Windwalker monks. I checked out sites like Drustvar and Murloc.io, and I kind of just copied down a Windwalker build just to run with initially here. There were two talents that sort of caught my eye early on, and they were Lighter Than Air and Slicing Winds. Slicing Winds replaces Flying Serpent Kick, and it's sort of this charge up ability that lunges you forward and does a bunch of damage. And Lighter Than Air allows you to double jump to dash forward after you roll. So I was getting used to those, and I kept botching my Slicing Winds because I kept instinctively pushing it like it was Flying Serpent Kick. So I'd push it and just like stutter step forward on accident. But anyway, I quickly queued up for a bunch of regular Battlegrounds just to farm some honor. And it wasn't long till I had enough honor to buy a full honor set, so that was pretty cool. And it always feels good to buy a whole set of gear in one shot, and it felt nice having a full set of up-to-date green honor gear to get started with. Luckily, it feels like the gearing process hasn't changed a whole lot since Season 1. You've got your honor gear, you've got your bloody token gear, and you've got your conquest gear. So I was pretty familiar with all of that, but I quickly noticed that you could obtain a legendary cloak, and I was told the only way to do that is to go through the Season 3 campaign. So I wasn't too thrilled when I heard that, as I'm really not a big PvEer, but it had to be done. And actually most of my afternoon was spent doing this campaign. It definitely took several hours for me to finally obtain the legendary cloak for the campaign, and it was pretty easy and pretty mindless, and it was kind of boring, but luckily I was just chilling, hanging out on stream and chatting with my viewers, so it went by pretty smoothly. And here I am finally obtaining my cloak, and it did come with several options, these different fibers to socket your cloak with, and I chose the fiber that added the mastery stat. And I guess you can level up this cloak, and I don't know too much about that yet, but I'm sure I'll figure it out soon. Again, this was just my first day coming back into the game blind, so yeah, I was just happy to get my cloak here. And the campaign sort of continues on after this too, so I don't know how far it goes, but I was sort of continuing the campaign after this, and I also decided to mix it up with some PvP. I decided to queue for a singular epic battleground to get the epic battleground quests out of the way and get a nice chunk of conquest, so I did that, and we got Winter Grasp, and luckily I won my very first match, so got that out of the way. And then with my full set of honor gear, my legendary cloak, I thought it'd be fun to mess around with some Battleground Blitz. Battleground Blitz was one of the features in this expansion that I really enjoyed in Season 1, so I was pretty excited to queue up for some Blitz, but man, it didn't go how I thought it would go. First off, what really disappointed me was my first queue for a Battleground Blitz was 25 minutes long. And if I had one complaint about this expansion right now from what I played back in Season 1 and seeing right off the bat here in Season 3 is the queue times. They really kill the vibe for me. I really only enjoy PvP in retail WoW, and when the queue time is 25-30 minutes, it really just kills the vibe as you're just twiddling your thumbs for that long when, I don't know, you could be playing some other game. But anyway, the second thing that threw me for a loop was when my BG Blitz queue finally did pop. I got Deepwind Gorge, which I like this Battleground, it's a lot of fun. But when I opened up the scoreboard, I realized it threw me into a 2500 lobby, which I wasn't expecting. I was expecting to mess around in some low-level lobbies with my green gear with no enchants and gems, but no, it threw me straight into a high-rated lobby. I guess it didn't reset my MMR from Season 1. So yeah, that was interesting, and immediately I got a bunch of whispers. People were like, where's your gear, where's your enchants? I'm like, I'm sorry, I didn't know, I just, it's my first day back. But funnily enough, we did win this Battleground. I got carried hard, but yeah, it was still fun. But man, I didn't expect to sweat this much immediately. I was hoping to mess around in some low-level lobbies. So yeah, overall, I was a bit disappointed with my BG Blitz experience today from the long queue times and it not having reset my MMR since Season 1. I guess I'm just gonna have to wait till I'm conquest capped and fully geared before I start queuing at those higher ratings. But anyway, to end the day, I was just sort of continuing on the campaign. I still don't know how far it goes, but it led me to this solo raid where I had to defeat this boss named Dimensius, and it was pretty cool, but it was pretty easy. And a lot of the content in the expansion, there's definitely a lot of solo content and it's cool, but a lot of it is just mindlessly easy and kind of boring, I thought. But yeah, it still feels good to be back. I do have a lot of alts that I hit level 80 in Season 1, so it's going to be fun to mess around with all the different classes and see all the changes, and maybe we'll level up some more tunes. We shall see. And of course, everyone's been telling me to play Mop Classic, and I haven't even gotten to that yet. So yeah, it's good to be back, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.